Laziness does not always arrive as weakness. Sometimes it arrives as comfort. It arrives as one more minute in bed, one more video before starting, one more excuse that sounds reasonable enough to believe. The danger is not one lazy day. The danger is repeating laziness until your mind begins to think delay is normal. A disciplined life is not built when motivation is strong. It is built when comfort is loud and you still choose action. Practice these 10 Stoic habits to overcome laziness and become disciplined even when motivation disappears. These habits will train you to act before you feel ready. Start with small effort. Protect your attention. Choose discomfort. Finish what you begin and build a mind that no longer waits for the perfect mood. Make sure to stay until habit number 7, as it is one of the most powerful habits most people miss. The first Stoic habit is to rise before your excuses start speaking. Laziness is strongest in the first conversation of the day. Before the body moves, the mind begins negotiating. It says, rest a little longer. It says, you can start later. It says, today is not the right day. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself about leaving the warmth of the bed and doing the work of a human being. That is not just a morning lesson. It is a lesson about identity. When you rise despite resistance, you teach the mind that duty does not wait for comfort. You do not need to wake with heroic energy. You need to interrupt the first excuse before it becomes the ruler of the day. Put your feet on the floor. Open the window. Wash your face. Stand before the mind has time to build a courtroom for laziness. The first victory is physical. Move the body, and the mind follows. A lazy day often begins because the first order was ignored. A disciplined day begins because the first order was obeyed. The second habit is to do the smallest honest action first. Laziness grows when the task looks too large. A book becomes too much. A workout becomes too painful. A project becomes too complicated. A dream becomes so heavy that the mind chooses escape before effort even begins. Seneca understood that life is wasted not only through pleasure, but through delay. Delay often hides behind the size of the mountain. The answer is not to carry the mountain. The answer is to lift the first stone. Read one page, write one paragraph, clean one corner. Walk for 10 minutes, open the document, make the first call. The small action is not small when it breaks the spell of avoidance. Once you begin, the mind receives new evidence. It sees that the task was not impossible. It sees that movement creates energy. It sees that discipline does not always begin with power. Sometimes discipline begins with one honest action done without drama. The third habit is to stop asking if you feel like it. This question has ruined many lives quietly. Do I feel like working? Do I feel like training? Do I feel like studying? Do I feel like doing what I promised? The question gives too much authority to mood. Moods change like weather. A life built on mood becomes unstable. Epictetus taught that freedom begins when we separate what is within our control from what is not. Your mood is not always fully within your control. Your next action is closer to your command. Replace the weak question with a stronger one. Ask, what is required of me now? Ask, what action respects my future? Ask, what would a disciplined person do next? The mind becomes lazy when feelings are treated like orders. The mind becomes strong when feelings are treated like weather passing through a Roman sky. You can feel tired and still act. You can feel bored and still continue. You can feel resistance and still remain faithful to your duty. The fourth habit is to guard the first hour of your day. Laziness does not always begin with the refusal to work. Sometimes it begins with surrendering attention too early. You check the phone. You answer messages. You enter noise. You let the world speak before your own mind has been commanded. Then the day begins scattered. Discipline becomes harder because your attention has already been divided. The first hour should belong to order. Silence before noise, movement before scrolling, reflection before reaction, work before entertainment. A person who gives away the first hour often spends the rest of the day trying to recover it. Guarding the morning is not about perfection. It is about refusing to let distractions sit on the throne before discipline arrives. Use the first hour to remind yourself who commands the day. Write the task, train the body, prepare the mind. Do one meaningful thing before the world begins asking for everything. The first hour is a gate. Guard it well, and laziness has a harder time entering. The fifth habit is to make comfort earn its place. Comfort is not the enemy. Rest is necessary. Recovery is necessary. Peace is necessary. But comfort becomes dangerous when it arrives before effort. When comfort comes first, it weakens the will. When comfort comes after discipline, it becomes restoration. This is the difference between a servant and a master. A lazy mind treats comfort as a right. A disciplined mind treats comfort as a reward that must be placed in the right order. Work first, then rest. Train first, then relax. Finish first, then enjoy. Aristotle taught that excellence is built through repeated action, not occasional desire. The order of your actions shapes the order of your character. If pleasure always comes before responsibility, responsibility will always feel like an enemy. If responsibility comes first, pleasure becomes cleaner. It carries no guilt. It does not weaken you. It does not steal from your future. Make comfort earn its place, and it stops being a chain. The sixth habit is to remove the excuse before it becomes a story. Excuses rarely enter the mind as lies. They enter as explanations. I am too tired. I have too much to do. I need the right mood. I will start when things calm down. I work better under pressure. Each excuse may contain a small piece of truth, but laziness uses that piece of truth to build a larger prison. A tired person can still take one step. A busy person can still choose the most important task. A distracted person can still close the door. A discouraged person can still begin with 5 minutes. The danger of an excuse is not the sentence itself. The danger is how quickly it becomes identity. I am just lazy. I am not disciplined. I always delay. Once laziness becomes part of your self-image, the mind stops fighting it. Remove the excuse early. Challenge it while it is still small. Do not let it grow into a story about who you are. The 7th habit is to finish one thing before chasing another. Laziness often disguises itself as constant movement. A person opens 10 tabs, starts 5 tasks, watches 3 tutorials, writes a plan, changes the plan, and ends the day exhausted but unfinished. This is not discipline. It is scattered effort. The mind feels busy, but the life remains unchanged. Completion builds strength because it teaches the mind to stay with resistance until the end. Choose one task. Make it clear. Remove the extras. Finish the sentence. Finish the workout. Finish the call. Finish the chapter. Finish the first part before beginning the next. The unfinished life becomes heavy. Every abandoned task becomes another stone in the mind. The disciplined life becomes lighter because promises are closed. A completed action gives the mind evidence of command. It says, I do not only begin, I finish. That identity is powerful. Laziness weakens when completion becomes normal. The 8th habit is to train discomfort every day. Laziness grows in a life where every discomfort is avoided. The room is too cold. The task is too boring. The effort is too hard. The silence is too uncomfortable. The body wants ease and the mind begins to obey. Stoic training does not worship pain. It simply refuses to fear discomfort. Take the stairs. Walk when you want to sit. Begin the difficult task before the easy one. Sit in silence instead of reaching for distraction. Practice small denials of comfort so your will becomes stronger than your cravings. This training matters because life will not always be gentle. If you cannot endure small discomforts, larger trials will command you easily. Discomfort is a gym for the will. Every small act of endurance tells the mind, I can remain steady without immediate pleasure. That sentence breaks laziness at the root. The person who can endure discomfort no longer needs comfort before taking action. The 9th habit is to keep your promises small but sacred. Laziness becomes stronger when you repeatedly break promises to yourself. You say you will start tomorrow. Tomorrow comes and you delay again. You say you will work for 1 hour. You stop after 5 minutes. You say you will change. Then you quietly return to the same pattern. Each broken promise weakens self-trust. The mind begins to think your own word has no weight. That is dangerous because discipline depends on trust. Do not begin with grand promises. Begin with small promises that you will actually keep. 10 minutes of work, 1 page of reading, One clean space, one finished task, one walk. One morning without the phone. A small promise kept is not small. It is a brick in the foundation of self-respect. When you keep your word repeatedly, your mind begins to believe you again. That belief becomes discipline. Discipline becomes identity. Identity becomes destiny. The 10th habit is to remember the life laziness is stealing. Laziness does not only steal time. It steals confidence, it steals health, it steals opportunity, it steals respect for yourself. It steals the future you keep imagining but never build. This must be seen clearly because laziness feels harmless in the moment. One skipped task looks small. One delayed decision looks innocent. One wasted evening looks forgettable. But repeated over months and years, those small surrenders become a life of regret. Seneca warned that much of life is not short but wasted. That truth should not create panic. It should create command. Look at your future with honesty. The stronger body, the clearer mind, the better work, the stable finances, the deeper confidence, the peaceful home, the finished dream. These things are not built by wishing. They are built by daily action. When laziness whispers, remember what it is asking you to trade. It is asking you to exchange your future for temporary ease. Refuse the trade. Choose the action. Choose the harder path. Choose the version of yourself that will not be ashamed when this season is over. Laziness is defeated through repeated acts of self-command. It is not defeated by waiting for motivation. It is not defeated by shame. It is not defeated by one emotional decision to change everything at once. It is defeated when you rise before excuses speak. Begin with the smallest honest action. Stop asking if you feel like it. Guard your morning. Put comfort after duty. Remove excuses early. Finish what you start. Train discomfort. Keep small promises. And remembering the life that delay is stealing. A disciplined person is not someone who never feels resistance. A disciplined person is someone who has trained himself to act while resistance is present. That is the real victory. Not a perfect mood, not an easy day. The victory is command over the next action. Once you own the next action, laziness begins to lose its grip. If this video helped you take control of laziness and build stronger discipline, please give it a like and share. You may also subscribe to our channel for more Stoic wisdom. And may you be blessed with the discipline to act before excuses speak. The strength to choose effort over comfort. And the wisdom to build the life your future self deserves.